It's a grizzly bear.
Welcome back, everyone, to Curse of the Vistani, episode 51. When last we left off, the party activated the rain machine as it almost, actually, it did hurt some of them with a stray lightning bolt that surged back down through the machine and destroyed the machine in the process. San and Moro went and returned a couple of the items to their rightful owners, but left one for the morning. Yes, and had a little fun, stole some recipes and some biscuits.
Son knows sonning.
And by the time she got back with the group, it had started to rain, finally. And the party took a long rest. And in the morning, it was pouring. And we start with them hiding under trees, trying to keep out of it. So what would you like to do?
Leave?
Okay.
Cover?
I mean, it's raining. We did what we came here to do and an extra thing, so...
Need to return the music box.
Yes, but rain.
What's wrong with rain?
You're a cat. Do you like being wet?
I go swimming and bathe myself all the time, thank you very much.
Yes, but I don't like being wet when I don't have to.
But it's raining.
I love how we're all just quiet.
You all are just standing under trees right now, just shouting back and forth.
Well, while this is happening, while we're just standing under trees at this point, since I took the brunt of that deluge, when the dome went down, are we hearing any activity from other people?
Roll me a perception.
Are there screams of excitement or screams of despair?
Is there panic? Is there excitement? Are there children splashing in puddles? Like, what are we doing?
Oh, I'm splashing in a puddle.
You hear Curio splashing in a puddle. But it seems you're far enough away from anything else that you don't really hear much else.
Even with a 20, dang.
Well, you are on the outside of the village, deep in the woods.
We're away from the main part of the village, and there's lots of loud rain coming down. So it makes sense.
Alright, I'm gonna send a message. Use the cantrip.
Okay.
Towards Junie. Be like, well, it appears to be raining. I think the, How... Meteor question. Before I finish this message. Was Foster kind of an older guy? I don't remember.
He's retired, so I'm assuming yes.
He's like in his 60s, probably.
Okay.
50, 60.
I was gonna say, it looks like the old man's machine worked, but I didn't want to be insulting if he was not actually old. So, yeah, Saflin will effectively say, hey, Junie, it looks like it's raining. I think Fosra's machine worked. Returned to Cantor and barbed wire. Need to return music box. And then I think I'm out of words.
Okay,
and that's
a message?
Yeah, I only have 25 words, so I counted them just now.
Okay. You receive no response.
Weird.
Okay.
Considering that's a 120-foot range, weird.
Mhm.
Alright. Huh. I'm a little worried now. Guys, I tried to send a message to Junie and she didn't answer. Can we check in on the monastery? I'm worried.
Mayhaps
I
we
guess.
kindly should.
Yeah, guess we head off to the monastery then. Our cart, is it completely open or is the inside, like, do we have an
Do we have a
inside?
covered cart?
We've talked about
Yes.
people being on the roof of the cart, so
Yeah.
I would assume
yeah,
that there is a
okay.
top.
Yeah,
Doesn't have a front or a back, but it's got a top.
Right. It just doesn't show in the picture on Roll20 because we need to see ourselves in it.
yeah,
It's fine.
makes sense. Okay, so I guess whoever doesn't mind being wet and driving, I guess we could haul out the cart and head to the monastery.
So, for reference, the squares on this map are about 40 to 50 feet each.
So that's why
Was the monastery out
message-
of range then?
Yes.
Okay, I would have
Very much
probably
so.
known
Very
that.
much
Okay.
so.
I would have known that. Saplin would have known that. We didn't really talk about the distance on these.
Yeah. Well, if his tower is in one square.
It is a big square.
Yeah, because if normally we'd go by this, which is not correct.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that changes that then. Never mind.
Mm-hmm.
The grid's just the wrong size.
Right.
The spell's just the wrong size.
Okay, well then
It's
I would
because this is a town map and not a immediate area map.
Also, did we get a long rest before the storm?
You did, yes.
I'm trying to figure out what spells I should have refreshed. I know I would still have the damage, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, because I would have got spell slot from the hut.
Yep.
And from the healing word, so I'm gonna long rest and I'll just give myself 3 damage again.
Yep, that's fine. But yeah, it's very much more than 120 feet to the monastery.
Okay, then I would have used sending had I
Okay.
known
Oh.
that.
Okay. That's why I was like, this message? 120 feet? Okay.
That's why I did. If Saplin would have known that and she would have used
Yeah.
sending.
That's fine.
It's
I
still
forgot
25
to do
words.
a recharge.
Okay.
Same word count.
Okay. So, if you'd used sending, you would have gotten back the response, I can see that. It's raining quite hard. I forget what else you said now.
I had said hi, Junie. It looks
Hello.
like it's raining. Fozer's machine worked.
Returned decanter.
Returned decanter, returned barbed wire. And that was all I said.
Okay. Hello. Yes, I can see that it's raining quite hard. Thank you for returning those items. I believe there was one more as well. Come see me once you're done.
Okay. She wouldn't hear me say okay because I'm
Right.
not using another sending.
Yep.
Yep.
Sending. Okay.
Yeah,
That would be
I'm
a
not gonna
waste
spend
of
another.
sending.
Yeah, I'm not gonna use another 3rd level spell slot on that.
And then in response, you hear back that I don't know why she just used a spell
Yeah,
for a single word, but
no, no, I wouldn't do that.
That would be one waste of a sending.
That really would.
uh,
That's like when you're waiting up until midnight because your spell's about to recharge and you just waste it at the last second. That's what that is.
That's to be like,
Yeah.
Furio convinces Moro to jump at the same time as him, so they both splash at the same time, and then calls out that it's raining cats and dogs.
somebody's in a punny mood today.
Talon audibly laughs at that.
What time is it now?
He finds it
About?
hilarious. It is probably, let's see,
We
you
said
guys
it was 8 when we woke up.
you guys didn't go to bed until like 1 a.m., so it would be about 9 at this point.
Okay.
Yeah, because we had to wait up until around like midnight to eat. So for them to come back.
So 2 questions.
Yep.
Well, I mean to the party members.
Oh.
Okay.
So first question. Is he going to be able to make the rain stop without the machine?
That was kind of my worry.
And second question, when's the rain supposed to stop?
I mean, I asked him a while ago, like, when this was starting, like, hey, are you sure that this isn't going to flood everything? I did ask that question. I did.
Do you think Callan would know the answer if it should stop?
Probably. Callan put a lot of it together.
Looks at Callan.
Yeah, the whole party turns and looks at Callan.
Callan, like, kind of looks like he's thinking for a second. He's like, well, there wasn't an off switch.
Oh, dear.
Especially not now that it's been taken apart.
Yeah.
I just see that it's.
It was mainly meant to send a burst into the sky, and after that, it would take its course.
To dissipate, yeah.
Yeah. So there wasn't like a second beam to turn it off or anything.
Right. It's not supposed to be persistent. It's supposed to be a one-off.
So the rain will last as long as it lasts.
Yeah, pretty much.
Depending on the storm that it created initially, how long that takes to run its course. Yes. How big are the clouds right now, Meteor?
Roll me perception.
Now that it's the daylight and we have a better chance of looking here.
Can I also roll perception?
Oh, can I
Natural
do
20.
Okay, I was gonna ask if I could do nature. I don't need to now.
You could have, but
Nature's a +6. It would have been a 26 in that case.
Okay. So with a 22 or a 26, either way, it's a nat 20.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think it matters.
You look up at the sky, and Lily, you're paying more attention this time. It spans as far as you can see in the sky.
Oh no.
You cannot currently see an end to it.
Please don't tell me that we flooded the entire continent. That would be real bad.
Kira starts thinking about that one random book you read that talks about someone named Noah and a flood.
Yeah. Well, on the upside, if we need to, we can always convert the cart into a boat.
Yeah.
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 So let's start making our way back into town. I want to make sure everything's okay. We're kind of far away from everyone right now.
Yeah. Should we be going past the monastery and around? Because I don't know if going down that hill with this much water is going to be a good idea.
Yeah, let's try to be on a relatively let's try to avoid a slick path. Try to avoid mudslides.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So I will go ahead and summon the horses back out of the bottle.
They appear a couple feet away from you, as if nothing had happened.
Yep.
How do they react to the rain?
I would have brought them back under cover as well.
Okay. Well then, not much reaction. They see the rain and are slightly startled by it, because before, when they were vamped away, there was no rain. So, and to them, like, no time has passed. So it's slightly startling for them, but they're easy enough to calm down.
Okay. So I will look at the cart and look at the group and be like, shall we?
Time to go.
I'm going to just like take a run and jump into the back of the cart.
And so you're going way of the road?
I think it's the safest route so we don't topple down the hill because of mudslide.
Okay. Alright. So you get through the forest pretty easily. And you make it to the monastery. Are you wanting to go to the monastery or elsewhere?
Is there any point in going
Towards
there first before
closer-
we turn?
No, I was gonna go into town
Okay.
towards where we need to return the music box and just kind of listen for sounds of townsfolk and either panic or joy or what have you as we go.
Okay. Yeah, so you make your way through the town, sticking to the roads as best as possible.
Are we homeward bound?
No, we don't live here.
And you do see some people out and about. There's children playing in the rain. Adults just kind of like sitting on their porch, just looking out in awe,
Okay,
with
so no
smiles
one's
on their
panicked.
faces.
Okay, good.
They seem pretty happy that it's finally rained and that the drought is over.
When
Well,
we
they are
passed
druids.
by the lake, did we have any indication of how high the water was at that point as we were passing, just on a quick glance?
On a quick glance, roll me perception.
Again? Okay.
Mhm.
Or nature? Or is it
Yep.
just perception?
Perception or nature, yeah. This is nature enough.
Bad roll.
It looks about the same to you.
Okay.
And are you heading over to return the last item?
Music
Yes.
box.
Alright. You pull up in front of the house. And you actually see them outside.
Yep.
Mhm.
Saflin will pull out the music box and hold it out to the little girl.
Misty's currently splashing in a puddle.
Yep.
My music box! You found it!
Yes. It
Did you
was
see
very
my
helpful.
friend?
We did! We did meet your friend. He was nice.
How was he?
He's good.
Oh, good. I'm glad. It jumps in another puddle.
He
Yep.
was interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I like his tail.
Yeah, Joffrey's nice.
The mother comes up and is like, you actually saw it?
But of course.
Okay. So it's not always invisible then.
No, and it was actually quite friendly.
Oh, that's a relief.
Yeah, I don't think you have to worry about this one.
No. They were very friendly. I don't think you'll have any trouble.
He is tied to a
Oh.
master. I don't think you have to worry about him.
Yep.
Who's his master?
The old man outside of town.
Old man outside of town. You mean
Some kind of a tinkerer?
Basra?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's the one.
And he didn't know where he was getting stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, he asked Javra to go and acquire items, and Javra, the imp,
Jobna.
Javna, didn't quite understand the instructions
I see.
and just kind of pulled them from wherever they found them.
Mm-hmm.
Good to
Honest
know.
mistake. But
Okay.
they were quite willing to give them back.
Yeah, he truly was just borrowing it.
Oh yeah. They just needed it for a little bit.
She takes the music box and looks at it and like inspects it to make sure one, it's actually theirs, and two, that it's in good condition. Still.
I mean, we
And
did
she
repair
seems she seems fairly satisfied. You guys did a good job repairing it.
Woo!
Yay.
Well, thank you for getting this back from her imaginary friend. She still seems slightly stressed out by this revelation about her daughter.
Out of character question. Should we tell her the music box was involved with starting the rain?
Nah.
Okay.
I feel like she has quite enough on her mind right now.
Mm-hmm.
She has to deal with the fact that her daughter just randomly has true sight. So good luck hiding Christmas presents from this one. Yep. But yeah,
Yep.
so that is the last of our returns.
Thank you very much.
But of course, we've already returned the other missing items, so everything should be good now.
Wonderful, you found those as well.
Yes.
Okay.
The case of the missing items has been solved.
This is quite some rain.
Have you had any breakfast? Would you like some food? I could make something real quick.
You know what? Breakfast sounds lovely.
Great. Come on inside then.
Okay.
Misty, come on in. We're gonna eat, dear. Okay.
I guess we follow them into the house.
Nom nom nom.
Yeah, so you follow them into the house. She makes you a lovely breakfast. Vegetarian, nothing too special.
Yep.
But there's like some bread and
Do the Druids not eat meat?
correct.
They only
Not
they
these
probably
ones.
only eat fish if anything.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I can see why it wouldn't appeal to eat meat when you can understand the wildlife.
When you can be the wildlife.
And when you can be the wildlife. Probably a
Yup.
little cautious about what exactly they're catching for food.
Exactly.
What do they do for protein then?
Fish.
Beans, fish.
Yeah.
Beans are fish
Egg.
or beans.
Same thing a vegetarian does.
Yeah. Well, they also eat eggs, so yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, and there is some eggs with your breakfast.
Well, and thankfully, I think most forms of animal transformation, if you damage something enough, it goes back to its original form.
Mm-hmm.
So,
you'd find out pretty quickly if you snared something that wasn't an animal.
if a druid becomes a chicken and lays an egg, and then they eat that egg, what's that considered?
I don't know that a druid would be able to hold that form long enough for that process to happen.
Yeah. That would be interesting.
I'm
Shifts-
just
Shifts
confused.
are
Weird
usually
shower thoughts.
limited. Shifts are usually limited to about an hour or so, maybe a day at most. I don't think that's enough time for that process to run its course.
The questions that a D&D group have never asked.
Oh, I'm sure they have.
Yeah, I'm sure they have.
Why do you think I have the answer ready?
Excuse me. So yeah, you have a lovely breakfast.
Yep. Is she calmed down at all now that
She does seem a bit calmer.
She has something to busy her hands and
Yes,
yeah.
for sure.
Okay.
The busy hands definitely seems to be helping.
That was my intent with taking her on her offer. Give her time to kind of settle.
In fact, she seems to. She has some like nice kitchen utensils. So even though she's not a fantastic cook, she seems to really enjoy cooking. You can tell.
She has a passion for it.
Yeah.
Good.
She's in the zone when she's cooking.
Mm-hmm. So you can see like any stress just melt away while she's cooking.
I help telling her that he is tied to a master. He's not just some random imp causing trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Helped a little bit too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, now if things go missing, she knows who to blame.
Yeah,
Mhm.
the only problem with that. I thought it was more helpful to let her know that if her daughter tells her something's there, odds are it probably is.
True.
Just as a safety precaution, treat every imaginary friend as though they were real.
Yep.
Just in case.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You might not believe in
Absolutely.
them. Doesn't mean they don't believe in you.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Alright, so once that's done, probably move on. We don't want to overstay
Okay.
our welcome here.
Go to next then.
I do think helping her clean up though would be nice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you help her clean up and everything.
Play with the little girl a bit and then leave. Yep.
Yep.
Tell her we're heading back to see Junie.
Yep.
Well, stay safe out in this rain. It's getting pretty hard out there.
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
Thank gosh for the rain though. It looks like you guys needed it.
Oh, we did very much. The plants will be very happy to finally have a drink again.
Dude,
Right.
see, that gives Kira an idea, and once we're outside, I'll poke Safi and say, "So, are the plants happy?"
Actually thinking something slightly different. I was actually looking at my spells from the Staff of the Woodlands to see if
Mhm.
there was something I could do. If there's a natural beast nearby,
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to cast Speak with Animals. And if I can convince them to do a small favor for me, especially if it is a flying creature, or a creature that can move quickly across the ground.
You're close enough to a forest area. Yeah, go ahead and roll me
I'd like
nature
to
check.
ask if they can find the edge of the clouds.
Find the edge of the clouds. Okay. Roll me a nature check to see if you can locate one. 11. It takes you a minute, but after a few minutes, you do manage to find one.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'm
so
assuming
you
it's a
ask.
barb.
Yes, you find a bird.
A barb.
And you ask
Yeah,
it to.
something that wouldn't necessarily mind flying in the storm, at least briefly.
It kind of looks at you and it's like, okay, and it just flies away.
Okay. I'll spend
I just
another.
imagine a little bird flapping
If
away.
it takes them more than 10 minutes to find it and come back, I'll cast it again.
Oh, did you ask them to come back?
Well, yeah, I was asking them to find the edge of the storm and let me know.
Oh, okay.
That was kind of implied, but yeah.
I'm evil. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I will remember this for your campaign.
Please do.
Which works well because I'm planning to be Fae, so I will be very, very specific wordings.
All right.
Very
So
specific.
after you send the bird off, I assume you're heading back to the monastery.
Yes.
That would be the plan.
Okay. You make your way back to the monastery, no problem.
I wonder how the baby turtles will be licking all this rain.
Well, they probably love it.
So you make your way inside the monastery. The little pond that's in there is a bit overflowing with water at the moment. But other than that, no one's really outside here at the moment.
So I guess park the cart. Trying to think of the word. Withdraw the horses and run up to the monastery, knock?
Stable the horses.
No, withdraw the horses into the bottle.
Yep.
Okay. So suck the horses
Is that a
back up.
thing?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, were you not here last weekend? No, you
No,
weren't.
remember,
Oh yeah.
I was out.
Oh yeah,
So-
so you
Yeah,
don't
I
know
will-
about the horse in the the cart in the bottle.
We were gifted a cart in the bottle from Fosra,
Oh,
I
okay.
believe.
So it took 3 hours to bind the horse and the
Right, and now we
wagon.
we can spend an action to think of the command contain to store the horses. And then spend an action to think the word summon or return. I forget which one we landed on.
I think it was summon.
Summon to bring them back out.
It's not
yeah, the
horse at you, I
horses-
choose you.
So
No.
basically, horses and cart go into stasis, but
Right, and
anything
it's
inside the cart falls out.
yeah, and it's only
Yes,
linked to this particular cart and these particular horses right now. If we change cart to horses, we have to spend another 3 hours to relink.
Yep. So it helps when you go into town. You don't have to stable your horses.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, we have horse in a bottle.
Yeah, instead of a ship
Cart
in a bottle.
Yep.
Yep.
So yeah, I guess go knock on the monastery. Is there any sort of shelter right where the door is?
The door to the building?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a little awning over it.
I'll send a message through, and I will actually use this time.
Okay.
We're close. and basically I'll say, Junie, we delivered all the items. We're here. Can we come in?
Yes. Come right in. The door should be open.
Junie says to go right in, guys.
I'll
And
run up to the door.
Someone
and
already
open it.
knocked too, right?
No, I ran up to the door and I was just standing there under the awning.
Okay.
So when Junie said to come in, I'll open it and
Yeah.
stand
The message spell
opening the
was us
door.
knocking.
pretty much.
Okay. So you
I'll
walk
open the door
in,
and stand to the side, letting people in.
and a druid that you hadn't previously met is like walking past right then and is like, "Oh, hello.
Hey, Junie told us to come in.
All right."
I walk
Just
in and I do the
randomly.
full body shake and lift my tail.
It's quite wet out there.
Yes, it is. As she's like wiping the water that you just shook on her off.
Oh,
It's
What?
lovely that it's finally raining.
are you okay?
Oh, yes.
I'm sorry for surprising you.
Oh, it's fine. I just wasn't expecting the door to fly open right then.
Which way should we go to meet Junie?
Junie should be over that way. Just go through those double doors there.
Thank you.
No problem. I'll walk you over.
That'd be great.
I'd be like, I'm sorry I scared you.
Oh, you're fine. She opens up the big double doors, and in there you can, you see Junie sitting having some tea. Ah. So it was a success then.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Oh, I explained some of this last night, but I didn't have a lot of sending spells left, so I didn't get to go into full detail. And Saf was just gonna start rambling about everything that happened with
Okay.
Vajra. Now that she has a captive audience, it doesn't have to limit her words to 25.
I imagine
word
I'll
bursts.
coming out in one long run-on sentence.
Yeah,
It's
her
just
her
like
eyes just
verbal
get
blah.
her eyes just get wide, and like occasionally she's like, well, but you just keep talking over her.
I mean, I would never get a word in, but anytime I am opening my mouth to speak, it is a long burst.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I've been waiting to say all of this. Just let me get
Yeah.
it out.
It's like, I
I'm-
had to give you the cliff notes. Long story time. Here we go.
time to
Well,
share everything.
I'm glad to know it worked and that the items were able to be returned in one piece. I'm sorry you got hurt a little bit in the process. But I'd say you've definitely earned yourselves a reward.
Well, the
Leslie,
music
dear.
box was in multiple pieces, but they put it all back together.
This whole thing is quite shocking.
I did
know.
that! Oh, very good. Thank you. Leslie,
My
dear.
joke falls flat.
Would you go
sad.
and get
Curio
the...
laughed at it.
So she calls Leslie over and whispers something to her, and then Leslie runs off for a moment.
I guess nobody else heard my joke.
I didn't
Nope,
know.
I missed it.
To Meteor try to voice an NPC because he was
No.
talking.
What was the joke?
I said this whole thing was kind of shocking. I know.
Oh.
I heard that one, I just didn't acknowledge it.
Alright. A minute later, Leslie comes back with 2 small boxes. Says, "Here you are, madam." Thank you, dear. You may go now. Leslie walks out. So this is the reward for not only for this, but for everything else you've done to help us in the last while. And she hands you over both boxes. You're gonna name one of the horses Lightning so you can have lightning in a bottle. Nice.
Sure. Can we have
Can we
the other
name
one
the
be
other horse?
Thunderbolts?
I was just gonna say, can we name the other one Thunder?
Thunderbolts
Sure.
and lightning, very, very frightening.
Galileo.
We should name Galileo and Figaro.
That would also be accurate, yeah.
Open the box.
Yeah,
Open the box.
I want to know what's in the boxes.
Okay.
I jump
So-
on Safi's back and look over his shoulder. What's in the box?
So you open the first box, and in it is a lovely ring.
It's beautiful, but I have a
it's-
feeling there's more to it than just
Yeah, it's like a pure silver band. And you've actually seen a ring like this before.
Oh no.
On some of the other druids.
Oh, okay. Not the Alinka ring. Okay.
So this is an invisibility ring.
Okay.
It can be very useful for sneaking around or staying out of trouble.
This will prove very useful. Thank you very much.
Or getting into trouble, as we recently
Mhm.
found out with a certain imp.
Yeah. Saflin will go ahead and look around the group to see if anybody is immediately wanting to lay claim to the ring, but otherwise we'll put it in the bag of holding so we can talk it out later.
My idea is Son would be all over that.
I would probably have handed it to Son if no one protested, but otherwise it would go in the bag right now.
Alright, so yeah, Son would probably perk up for sure.
Okay, so I would pass it to Son.
Okay.
Is it a attunement ring?
It is an attunement. item.
Yes.
Okay.
But
Most
as
items of that nature are.
But while wearing this ring, you can turn invisible as an action. Anything you are wearing or carrying is invisible with you. You remain invisible until the ring is removed, until you attack or cast a spell, or until you use a bonus action to become invisible again.
Right, so basically same rules as the invisibility spell with the added caveat of removing the ring or spend a bonus action to dismiss it.
Mm-hmm.
So does
And
that mean
there's
that
no
it doesn't disperse if you
And
don't
doesn't use a
take
spell.
it off?
correct. You can stay invisible as long as you want with this thing. And there's no limit on the uses per day.
Interesting.
There's no limit?
No.
That's strange. That it wouldn't. If there's no limit, then it should still be subject to the 1 hour duration because you can just re-up it.
It just says you remain invisible until the ring is removed. So
Very weird.
if you don't
Okay.
take it off, you stay invisible.
Very weird. All right.
I assume you open the second box as well.
Yes.
Okay. So the second box, you find yet another ring. This one has like a wave pattern with some blue gems encrusted in it.
Oh.
This one is a
Do
ring
we
of
recognize it?
uh
Out of character, yes. In character, no.
oh, you recognize it, do you?
Yeah, I have a feeling based on the description.
Okay. So this is a ring of water walking.
Yep.
It allows you to stand on and move across any liquid surface as if it were solid ground.
Yeah, based on the other ring, it had to be a utility item, so it was either going to be a ring of water walking or a ring of control water. Would have been my guesses, so. Yep. Or shape water, rather, not control water. Ah, thank you, Fairdale.
No, there was a ring of shape water.
Well, I figured it might be a homebrew item, but the
Oh,
description
gotcha.
sounded like it's a water-focused ring. It's one of these things.
Gotcha.
I figured it might also be a homebrew item. Because I have seen homebrew items where they'll do that. They'll just attach a cantrip to a homebrew item so that you don't have to know the cantrip. And cantrips are the easiest things to enchant
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
stuff with, honestly. Okay.
Because
Ring
they're
of water
castable
walking?
forever.
Yeah, for the ring of invisibility, because it's a legendary. Yeah.
Yep. It's a high tier item.
Mm-hmm.
It is. They seem
Yeah.
to have several of these, as you've seen.
Okay. Yeah, so ring of water walking, go ahead and explain the limitations on it, if there are any.
That was it.
While you're wearing it, you can walk on
Okay.
Yeah,
liquids.
yeah. That's literally
Any
it.
liquid surface.
It is not attunement.
That was what I was going to ask. Yep.
So.
So just pull it out and use it as needed.
Yep.
Utility item.
Looks like uncommon rarity.
Yep.
Does this one have a limitation on uses per day?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay. Nice. It's just a lower level spell.
So, ring of invisibility and a ring of water walking
Okay.
are your two rewards.
Thank you very much. This proves very useful.
I hope so. If you're traveling around as much as it seems, then these come in very handy.
Okay.
Did that do it?
Yep.
That's the water walking. It's pretty.
Yeah. Saflin will kind of check and make sure there's not anything else that we need to do while we're here. She will ask if anybody has checked the size of the storm cloud, and she will peek out the doorway or the nearest access to the outside to see if the birds returned.
The bird has not returned. And it's definitely been more than 10 minutes.
Yeah. I was pretty much like, I'm not controlling the bird. It's just speak with animals lasts for 10 minutes, so for me to understand the bird when it reports back, I don't need to cast it again when it arrives.
Mm-hmm.
So when it arrives again, I'll recast.
Okay. But yeah, Junie has nothing else specific that she is needing to request of you.
Okay.
Thank you for the food and the visits.
Yeah, no problem, dear.
I think we have a few more places that we want to stop by before we head out of town, so I think we're gonna go explore for a bit.
Well, be my guest.
And I
Any
won't make my way.
suggestions?
I'll
I was
make my
just
way
gonna-
out of the monastery, but you can make that question happen.
I was just gonna say,
Um,
any suggestions of somebody you think we should meet in town?
well, what are you wanting? There's lots of pleasant people to talk to and such.
I can't think of anything.
All
yeah,
right.
Saflin just wanted to go wait on the porch for the bird and was just gonna let y'all continue conversation if y'all wanted to continue conversation.
Do let me know when you are heading back out of town. If you're going back the same way you came, I will send one of our people with you to make sure you get across fine.
That would be very helpful.
Thank you.
I'm
Of
not there,
course.
but that would be very
That's-
helpful.
That sounds a little relieving. That was not a fun experience.
Oh, I'm sure. I can't imagine it would be. Yeah. So the day is
Yeah.
yours.
No bird, huh?
Not yet.
Okay. And also, just so people are reminded, it's not like Speak with Plants, where the thing that I talk to has no sentience until my spell is active. They have bird-like intelligence all
Yep.
the time. I just can't understand what the heck they say until I have the spell cast.
Yep.
So I'll
Speak
just
with
hear
plants
chirping.
specifically makes them.
Makes them sentient, yeah.
Yeah.
Not speak with animals. So.
You'll just hear incoherent chirping
Yeah.
until you
Chirp
cast it
once
again.
for every mile.
Basically, that's pretty much what I'm gonna ask it, is I'm gonna ask how far away it was and see what units of measurement a bird will give me. This will be interesting.
50,000 flaps of its wings.
Right.
All right. So where do you guys want to go?
I can't think of any other place of importance.
We stocked up on food, right?
We can stock up again. We used a lot of it for a seafood feast.
So I'm guessing go down to the docks, pick up fish.
Yeah, get some more fish.
Okay.
Which, hopefully with this rain, they should have some really good fishing right now.
Oh yeah.
Would there
Yeah,
be
fish
somebody
like to
to
bite during the
sell?
rain.
Would there be somebody to sell vegetation?
Yeah, there's people who have produce. I don't know that there's an official market.
Mm-hmm.
But there
So
are farmers that will sell some of their produce.
So coming back past the lake, you can see some boats out on the lake, pulling in fish with nets and such.
Are there any crustaceans?
Crustaceans.
Crabs.
Yeah, you
Crabs,
probably
Or
find.
crawfish.
Yeah.
Crawfish. Yes, I wasn't gonna outright say crawfish. Crabs are more common, but yeah.
You could
In-
probably
in a
find
lake?
a few.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crabs are more
Crabs,
ocean.
Crabs are more ocean, but you never know if there's
That's true.
a water connection underneath. There is in a lot of these. Like had to fill
So
somehow.
you could find like some crustaceans. Yeah, not crabs, but
Yeah. But
some
I mean, like
lake-based crustaceans.
pond crawfish is a thing.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. How much are you wanting?
Yes.
The bag of colding has a limited capacity.
It does.
Previously, it had 10 golds worth of meats, fruits, and veggies. We've used up quite a bit of that. We can hold 500 pounds, which is quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
We can have a crawfish boil.
We really can.
So how much money are you wanting to spend?
Out of my personal funds, I am willing to spend to boost the local economy.
Okay.
I will
And
buy 20
you
gold
do...
worth of crawfish if it so exists.
Okay.
Can we also buy some fish to make some fish jerky?
Yes, we can get fish too.
So
Fish.
you ask for
willing-
20 gold worth of crawfish. and their eyes just get like really big, and it's like,
They may not have that much. Yeah, it's just
I don't
however much they
quite
have.
have that much.
I'll spend
And
up to 20 gold to fill the bag with what they have.
It's
Any
also
extra
coming back
thing.
to you that before San spent like barely anything on what she got before, so things are like much cheaper here as well.
Oh, okay, well yeah. Then I'll just
So
ask
the
for,
the
like,
20 gold would
several
go
pounds.
like way farther than normal.
Oh, okay, never
Ask
mind.
them how much a weight of it would be worth. Would probably be the better
Let's see,
option.
how many of us are there in the
Oh.
party?
8.
Okay, so we should probably be going for, let's see, 8. And is that including the direwolf and the
Yes.
panther? Okay. I would probably improve their portions anyway. So
Well,
let's
7.
see.
But Curio likes meat.
I can give you as much as we have. They're out there getting some more as we speak.
I mean, I don't want to completely wipe you out, but yeah.
Oh, it's fine. With it raining like this, we're probably gonna get plenty.
Okay. Yeah, I will take everything they have.
All right, so they have about, let's say,
You just-
18 pounds of crawfish,
Okay.
which they will sell to you for
That
3
is-
gold.
That is not enough to feed all of us, but that's okay.
Nope, there are 8.
Yeah, there's 8.
Yeah, I had to recount.
But 18 pounds of crawfish is quite a bit.
Point of order.
Mhm.
For those of you who are not familiar with crawfish boils, a typical serving for one person is 3 pounds of crawfish.
Oh, is it?
Because not all of it is actually edible.
Yep, there's
get
lots
about-
of
you get about
lots
half
of
of
shell.
You get about half of it out of meat.
Way.
So technically you'd usually get 3 pounds per person because you end up with 1.5 pounds of actual meat by the time you've
Okay.
peeled it.
Okay, that's my bad. I was thinking they were much lighter than that. Okay.
Well, they are like you just have a lot of them.
Yeah.
You need a lot of them to build up any extensive amount of protein.
Okay, we'll say
Crawfish are just slightly bigger than a large shrimp.
we'll say 80 pounds of crawfish then. How's that sound?
That's a little. I was doing math in my head, and I'm like, is it reasonable to ask for 50 pounds of crawfish? Because that would be about right.
Yeah. We'll say they had about 80 pounds of crawfish.
Okay.
Which they'll sell to you for, jeez, how much 80 pounds of crawfish cost?
Well,
At a discounted rate.
I can give you real world amounts right now. Crawfish
Okay.
is currently $3.49 a pound.
Okay. So we'll say.
Correct, Kinga.
Let me get
18
a
pounds is
calculator.
a feast for 3 to 4 people.
I've never had crawfish, and I wish I could eat shrimp still.
I love
Any-
y'all for indulging me with the crawfish bend. This is my wheelhouse.
I've never had it.
Oh,
So
you are
24
missing out.
gold?
Okay.
Actually, no.
Easy enough.
That's the normal price.
Yeah.
So we'll say 17 gold.
Okay.
I would also like some fish for fish jerky, though, please.
And how much did we end up with in total? You said 80?
80.
Yep.
Yeah, 80.
80 pounds of crawfish, and then fish.
Sorry, had to do some math there.
Sorry. Apologies. Apologies.
So someone actually did the D&D gold piece to dollar value conversion thing.
Yeah.
I just did 1 silver to $1.
I'm a Louisiana local. I have an app on my phone that tells me the current market price of crawfish in my area. It takes like 2 seconds for me to check.
And
think I can't handle
there's
fish
probably
or
some shrimp
seafood.
in there. Are shrimp? Would you find shrimp in a lake?
I doubt it.
Probably
there may
not.
be freshwater
Maybe.
shrimp. It just depends.
It's one of those things where usually there's lots of ocean stuff, But just rarely ocean stuff does get into non-ocean stuff.
Right. It depends on if the water is purely freshwater or if it's slightly brackish.
Yeah.
Right.
Or if it's a spawning point for stuff, because there are those crabs that travel all the way across that one country just to get inland.
Yeah.
Right. So if you look here, it is this lake here. So
probably no ocean stuff.
yeah.
It's a very inland lake.
Mm-hmm.
It's from mountain runoff.
There are freshwater shrimp, yes. Just on a search.
Freshwater
It's
shrimp. Okay.
scallops that are never freshwater.
Gotcha.
I'm trying to remember.
Well, then yeah, you end up finding some shrimp. Some of the crawfish are shrimp.
Sure. 80 pounds of crawfish and shrimp. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And
as you are buying this stuff, or as you're leaving, you do see a bird coming your way.
Oh, beautiful.
Savvy, don't forget the fish for the fish jerky, please.
Yes. How much fish would you like?
How much fish jerky can we make?
Well, I mean, we don't need to turn it all into jerky.
Pocket fish.
But I'm thinking of pocket fish jerky.
You could do
Like
pocket fish
bacon.
jerky. You could. Honestly, there's many things you could do with that. You could make fish sticks if we really wanted to.
The
Actual
bird.
fish sticks.
The bird kind of flies past you and lands underneath some cover.
Okay.
Nearby.
I will finish my transaction.
Mm-hmm.
We'll say I'll go for like 15 pounds of fish.
Okay.
Yay, that's a meal for me.
Let's say 3 more gold for that.
Okay. So I'm at how much gold right now spent? You had said 24 initially, and then you reduced it.
You said
reduced
17.
17 plus 5, so 22.
Okay, no problem. We'll also pick up some produce on our way out from the farms if anyone wants to sell anything later. But for now, that's sufficient.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, I can't do crawfish. I can't do shrimp. I can't do fish. I can't do anything.
I'm very
Is
sad
allergic.
For you.
Yeah, I'm not much of a fish person myself.
I wasn't always allergic, but I started getting itchy throat, can't breathe about 6 years ago when I have it. Because one of my favorite things was shrimp with garlic butter.
Mm-hmm.
Makes me so mad.
Yeah, I don't do normal fish. Like I don't do trout and tuna and stuff like that.
Haddock was my favorite.
But crawfish, crabs, shrimp, salmon, heck yeah. All of
I went to Arthur Treacher's for lunch today, which is mainly a fish place, but they have like chicken and shrimp too. And I wanted the chicken, but when I got there, they were only serving the fish today. Like,
And to
I
go
don't
with
like
Kinkus,
fish.
to go with Kinkus' suggestion, Nene, if you actually just can't have the fish, if it's actually the fish and the shellfish, get some of the boil that they use, which is just a seasoning blend. Doesn't actually have any of the fish in it. And instead of doing crawfish, you can boil potatoes and corn and get a similar effect, similar flavor with things that won't make you allergic.
Yep, it's the
I
boil
was
without
gonna
the.
say a thing, but it wouldn't make sense to you guys because you guys do not have it in America. There's a thing called clamato juice here, where it has like.
I've heard of it.
It's like tomato juice, but with clam juice and other seasonings in it. They use it for like our equivalent of a Bloody Mary.
Okay.
But we call Caesars. I can't do that either. It gives me itchy throat, and I can't do Caesar salad
Well, the
because of anchovy
seasoning,
paste.
the crab crawfish boil that we use is not actually. It's just a seasoning blend. There's no fish components in it.
It's like
It's
pumpkin
a thing that
spice
you
doesn't actually have pumpkin in it.
right. It's a
Yeah.
mix of cayenne,
Mhm.
paprika, salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, lemon, etc. But it doesn't
I'm
actually
getting
have
hungry.
fish components in it.
I wonder
All
why.
right. Well, let's get
Alright.
back to the game.
Yeah.
Food.
I just
Alright,
miss
so
shrimp.
we have Seafood Feast. I will go ahead and cast another charge of Speak with Animals.
All right.
And
go talk
walk
to
up to
bird.
the bird. Yep.
So you walk up to the bird, and it's kind of like out of breath, like, and like ruffling its feathers to try and shake some of the water off. I didn't find it. I couldn't find it.
Thank you very much for trying. I
This
will
is gonna
hand
be
him.
some storm.
I will hand him one of our newly acquired pieces of fish. I don't know if they eat raw fish. They may not. Depends on the
Depends
bird.
on
I
the bird.
suppose. I'll hand him a.
He'd eat.
Yeah.
He would eat fish. He lives near a lake, so
Yeah, it would definitely depend on the bird.
Yeah.
Depends
So
on the bird.
I'd give him a fish.
all right. He gladly takes it.
Okay.
Very wet.
Very wet. Even though I can't hear bird.
Mhm.
Yeah, you just happened to say it at the same time.
Yep. Alright, so Saflin will thank the bird for its help and look at the group and be like, look at the fisherman nearby and be like, okay, not here. Walk a little bit away from people who might be alarmed at what she is going to say.
Okay.
And let the group know our feathered friend could not find the edge of the storm.
That
Means
doesn't
it is-
sound good.
It means it's probably quite
It's a big storm.
large. And may take a while to run its course.
Didn't do it.
Hero
knocked-
turns and looks at Lily and says, "You're going to get wet."
So I can't help but feel a little bit responsible, because we did encourage Fosra to build his machine.
We didn't do anything. I look at Callan. He
I
did.
I didn't do it. Nope. Wasn't me.
Is there anything that you think we should do to maybe help them prepare in case this rain lasts a bit longer than anticipated?
We can sell them umbrellas.
We don't have
They're
umbrellas.
druids. I think if anyone could handle it, it'd be druids, right?
That would be my thought, but
You would think, but I mean, if they had control water, they wouldn't be in this situation.
Yeah, I think technically
saying.
you can only control water if you have water to control.
There is a variant that involves creating water. I just don't remember what it is.
could it be create water?
Yeah, create water is a spell.
Yeah.
Yeah,
then it
create
would be
water.
create water
Yeah.
in that case, yeah.
Yeah.
Which I don't remember what level it is. Probably much
That's-
higher level though.
Create water's like second level.
Yeah, it's
Oh, well then it's
pretty
not
simple.
that high.
No.
Yeah, then
It wouldn't be enough to
wouldn't be
do
enough
much.
to cover the entire area, but it would negate the need for that decanter.
I feel like
very
it's
least.
30 gallons or something. I don't have it up right now.
Because I mean, honestly, if they had control water, they could have just taken water out of the lake.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
Because redirect flow is a thing. They could have literally just irrigated the fields with the lake.
Oh, yeah, it's just 10 gallons, but it is a first level spell, so you would have to cast it quite a bit to do any
10 gallons,
significant amount
or
of
it
water
falls
moving.
as rain in a 30-foot cube.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You'd have to do multiple castings, but yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Also, it says it's a first level spell.
Yep. First level, not
You
second.
can cast
My
it
bad.
higher for additional.
For additional side of the cube, yeah.
5 feet. Yep.
Yep.
But still, it'd take a whole lot of casting.
Right. But I would have expected, had that happened, for more than one field to be doing well. Considering that we know that the one field that was doing well had the decanter of endless water.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think going back to Junie and asking if they're prepped if this storm?
Yeah, I feel like we have to.
So I might pop back, go see Judy for a minute. Be like, do you guys have a plan if this storm
I would
gets
also ask
worse?
if Junie or anyone in her employ knows Druidcraft, the cantrip,
Oh, yeah.
and ask them to forecast the weather for the next 24 hours, which is a thing that they could do. You create a tiny, harmless sensory effect that predicts what the weather will be at your location for the next 24 hours.
Okay.
So they would know if it's still going to be raining in 24 hours.
That is a thing.
Yep. It's a nice cantrip.
All right,
Very
so
nice cantrip.
you're doing all this once you get back to the monastery.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right,
Yes.
so yeah, you get back to the monastery. She says, "Oh yes, we all have druidcraft. You'd be hard pressed to find a druid who doesn't."
I asked a bird to try to figure out how large the storm was to try to find the edge, and they couldn't. So I'm worried this rain may persist.
Yeah, the clouds definitely stretch for quite a ways.
So
Are you
I
guys
just
prepared if it might flood?
how do y'all handle flooding?
Pretty much the same as everyone else, I guess. We can help the wildlife out a bit better than most people would be able to. That's what I'm most worried about. If it continues.
Yeah, I just didn't want you to suddenly be left in the lurch and not have any kind of indication that this might turn into a flooding situation.
I appreciate that.
You need the water, but I don't think you need the flooding.
But we can always get to high ground if it gets to that point.
If you know anyone who can control water, you can also fill the lake, because it wasn't full last I checked, and move some of the water that way.
Right.
So
I'm wondering if you could also dig ditches.
yeah, they could
lead.
absolutely build a new lake or build irrigation canals. Absolutely.
And there are the irrigation things in place for draining water.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the first things you should do when building next to a lake.
Yep.
So yeah, Saplin's just going to suggest that they be aware because the clouds are quite large.
And she does cast Druidcraft as well. And
be on Weather Watch.
And it does indicate that it's going to be raining for the next 24 hours.
Okay. That will be quite a bit of rain.
As long as it doesn't come down super hard all the time and the ground gets a chance to absorb it. It's when it comes like downpour, like
well, and it seems
crazy.
like it started as a gentle misting and a drizzle and turned into a downpour. Has it eased at all?
It has not.
Okay.
If anything, it's gotten worse.
Okay.
Are we going to end up with a typhoon?
Maybe.
Well,
so time to go then, though. They can handle themselves.
Yeah.
Unless you can control weather.
No.
I can't control weather either. No
I
matter how
don't
much
think
I
I
flick
can
my
either.
tail, I can't make it rain. I'm just as bright as the sun, though.
Saflin is a little disappointed that she probably won't have a chance to collect more produce from the farmers at this point, just because they probably didn't have a ton to begin with. And the ground will not be harvestable yet.
If you go to some of the farmers, they'd each be willing to sell you a little bit, but yeah, there wouldn't be a ton of extra.
Yeah, I would collect some produce.
We'd probably have to be here for a few
veggies.
months.
Yeah. Well, I would just wanted to re-up the veggies a little bit.
Yeah, you get a few pounds of veggies.
Okay, how much am I spending there?
We'll say a gold
Okay.
for all of it.
Safi is single-handedly taking care of the party. She's such a good cook.
Bolstering the economy.
Junie would ask, "Are you heading out of town now?"
If you're certain that there isn't a way that we can be of help and you've got this here, then I think we need
Well, I don't know what you would be able to do.
Yeah, I don't know either.
So
I feel bad that we blow into town, solve your problem, there's another one, and then we have to leave.
Well, it's not like you can control the weather, like your friend said.
Yeah, I just still feel bad.
Ironically, I believe our friend that you sent home had that ability.
Brett.
Oop.
Well, nothing we can do there.
I believe that's what they call the penny dropping.
Yeah, it's not anything I can do there.
If he can control the weather, why didn't he summon rain?
Well, he can control it to an extent. He wouldn't be able to do this much. Right.
Yeah.
Still, it would have been helpful for the crops.
Mm-hmm. He just mostly kept to himself, which is fine.
I'd imagine some of the townsfolk were uncomfortable with his presence anyway.
A bit. He was a bit off-putting to some.
Really
we know
nice
all about
guy,
it.
But yeah, sometimes the visual just can be a little bit disturbing to folks who aren't expecting it.
I'm not understanding him.
All right,
Because he
so
spoke Abyssal, right?
yes.
Yeah.
So you guys are heading out of town then?
Yep.
I can't think of anything else important here to do.
It's
All right.
probably better to do it now while they can still spare the druids to help us across before they need all hands on deck.
Lim is actually coming with you.
Can I take a look at the turtles before we go? Because I want to gush over how cute they are.
Yeah, of course. Yep, so you go over to the side building there, the nursery. And once again, there's baby turtles running around everywhere.
Lilia has a cute heart attack
Slowly
before we
running.
go.
And you can gush
Not
to your
just
heart's
peek
content.
in and just be like, oh, you're so cute. I'm glad they're safe.
Thank you, Auntie Lilia.
I'll look around and be like, they know me?
You introduced yourselves before when you
Oh.
first got here.
True.
Yeah,
Okay.
we did.
We're heading
Saflin
out now.
will leave them a parting flower.
Okay.
We're heading out now. See you guys soon. Even though
Okay.
probably won't.
All right.
And if they decide to eat the flower, it's just Saflin's just like whatever at this point.
They do
Like,
not eat the
fine.
flower.
Okay.
One of them sticks it behind their tiny ear.
Okay.
Actually, no. He puts it in, like, tucks it into his shell.
Okay.
That makes more sense because turtle ears are very tiny.
Saflin's just resigned herself to the fact that half of the people she encounters are just going to eat her offerings.
Oh. Roughage.
Yep.
And yet another person is now tracked by Lilia.
Saflin.
Yeah, Saflin. Sorry.
Her spy network is growing.
Yep. All right. So
I mean,
you
I
make
could
your way
take
out of
locate
town.
object too, but
Well, they're safe
Yeah, I
right
guess.
now because I don't have it currently. I have to level up again. So they're
Right.
safe right now.
So I assume
in
you're
mind, though, I
going
could take
back
it on a
the way
whim.
you came, correct? Back towards the bridge.
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
I mean, that's the path they said we were gonna go. So.
All right. So it
keep going.
takes a few hours to get there.
Yep. Question.
Yep.
During our journey up towards the bridge, is it still raining the entire time?
Yes.
Oh my lord.
It is raining the entire time.
Is the Gorgon Gorge, as I am calling it now, starting
The
to flood?
Gorgon.
Yeah.
Starting to what?
Is it
Water
starting
rising.
to take on water?
Well, let's
Because
bring
there
up
was
the map.
that one river
Here
that
is
was
the map.
pretty empty.
Oh,
So you come up
okay
to
then.
the bridge,
That would be a yes.
and the bridge is gone.
Okay.
The water here is like rapids
Oh my.
and is splashing up the sides to the point where it destroyed the bridge.
Alright, so Saflin will recall the horses. They're gonna go back in the bottle.
Lim looks and says, that's not good.
Nope.
And I don't think we can paint it in this weather.
No, probably not. We'd need to paint it somewhere dry and transport it.
Anyone see any gorgons?
What do I need to roll to look?
Perception.
Yeah, I thought that's what he was for.
Yep. He rolled.
I see nothing. I just see rain.
Yeah, I see nothing as well. He rolled a 5.
I rolled a nat 1.
So 14 and 19, you all looking. Yeah.
Sadly,
You do
can
not
safely
see-
say she did not see a Gorgon.
Nope.
She did not.
You do not see any bull-like creatures in the area.
I don't think Mendig would help fix the bridge, would it?
No, it's way
No,
too
it's
large.
gone.
Too broken.
You would need the pieces.
And it's only
pieces are gone.
useful for like small, like 1 foot long cracks and things. Cracks and tears.
Yeah.
Well, stairs at Ring of Water Walking. One at a time. Could do that.
But we'd
Well,
have to get the
It
car
would still be
across.
quite dangerous with these
Well,
rapids.
it goes in
It's
the
in the bottle. Where
Oh,
the
the
bottle,
cart's in the bottle
goes-
too?
Yeah.
Yep,
It's a
horses
cart
and cart.
with horses
Yeah.
attached in a bottle. But anything that's in the cart drops to the floor.
Which, considering we've been keeping everything in the bag folding, we're good.
I'll look at Lilia and admire her nice boots.
Yeah. the
Question, can
flying
I
boots
ca-
would get you
I can
across.
carry a person?
I can also Misty Step across.
Yeah, but you can't. You can only do that once, right?
Yeah.
Would I be able
Well,
to
there-
lift Luna?
San also has Misty Step now, I believe, because she took Fey Touched.
She does, yes.
So that's 2 of
she
us that
could-
can
You
help.
probably
Stop.
wouldn't be able to lift Luna or Moro, no. They're both pretty heavy.
Well, Luna's a medium, isn't she?
Yeah. Is she? Let's see.
Yeah.
Panther.
Mora was being treated as a medium creature, I know for sure.
Okay. Yeah, you might be able to get Luna.
Song could definitely Misty Step Moro across.
While you guys are discussing this, Lim says we could go around. It'll take a lot longer and you'd have to go through a cave, but
There isn't a round?
I feel like the cave might be where the Gorgons are if they're not here.
the cave's a ways away.
Yeah, the
I've
Gorgon
never seen
cave is
Gorgons
right
there.
there.
Oh, okay.
And I'll point just on the other side.
Yeah, right here is the cave you guys spotted before.
Mm-hmm.
So
We
it's
don't know
not
for
that
sure
cave.
that that's what it is, but that's what we spotted.
But further up the stream, there's a cave that cuts through. There are some monsters in there. Well, it's up to you.
Kind of monsters.
Well, I know mephits for sure. None of us really go too deep in there, but there's some mud mephits and dust mephits in there for sure.
What's a
And
mephit?
out of
Yeah.
character, what the heck are those?
I don't know
It's
what
kind of
mephit
like
is.
a bat.
I'm asking. Yeah.
And how do you spell that, Meteor?
MEPHIT.
Okay. Method.
Mm-hmm. So they're like little flying creatures, elemental.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
You said mud, so probably
yeah, mud and
Yeah,
dust.
they're pretty much the base level elemental.
Mhm.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah, there's several different varieties of mephit.
Hooray!
But yeah, for us, we can't go too far in without getting attacked by them. But I doubt they'd be much trouble for you.
And we'll look at the group and be like, well, what do you think? If we absolutely need to, I think we could teleport almost all of us across.
How many times can you Misty Step?
Dimension Door and Misty Step.
I can also fly people across.
Push comes to shove, I can Dimension Door twice.
You could
Dimension
Dimension
Door
Door,
someone
Misty
over.
Step, Dimension Door.
Correct. So I can get two people of my size across, as well as myself.
But you're
It's up to you,
forgetting
folks.
something.
What?
Oh no, never mind. You're right.
I
You'd have
have
to
two
come
first
back.
level spell slots, yeah. I have to
Yeah.
Misty Step to come back across. That was
Yeah.
that was what we just said. Sorry.
Probably Kinka.
But I mean, push comes to shove, we can do that.
I mean,
I could also.
I can fly people.
Oh wow. Okay, there's another idea.
What's that?
I could Wall of Thorns where the bridge is, or where the bridge was.
And then we all just carefully and painstakingly
Well, we can cover
walk
the
across.
thorns with something else after, but it would give us a pretty sturdy surface to walk across.
Now there's an unusual use of a spell.
Yeah.
I kind of like that one.
It would work. It would make a wall.
The river is still like thrashing up the sides, and like a big splash comes up right through where the bridge was.
So, what do y'all want to do? Do y'all want to try the cave with the random mysterious monsters? Or would we
That's
like
up
to just
to
cross?
you.
I'll defer to the group on this one.
Neon Firebutt, what do you want to do?
Okay, out of character, I'm all for doing what Meteor has planned for and going to combat because that's what my character is built for. But in character,
It sounds like he wants us to go to the cave out of character.
I have out of character. I have planned for either scenario.
Okay.
Yeah, I figured that.
So,
but I mean, you actually planned for something on the side just in
Yeah.
case.
Yep.
So I know how that feels.
I'm giving you options.
Yep. In character, I'm all for getting across safely.
Mhm.
Because safely is the problem here, because lots of flowing water and everything else. So as long as we can get across safely, I'm all for it. Not that going through the cave would be that much safer, but going through the cave, we have a chance, whereas falling in the water, less chance. So if we can come up with good ways to get across, I'm all for it.
I can fly, and I can also pull somebody, can't I?
Theoretically.
We'll have the rope as well. But yeah.
I mean, the cave is new adventure.
Yeah. This is true.
We're not going back the way we came. It is new adventure.
Yeah, so just getting across the bridge somehow is probably the fastest. Cave is more slow, but you get out of the rain. But both have their dangers.
Cave is that if it keeps raining, we may be in a
Could
flooded
cave
cave
flood.
before long. Yeah. That's my worry.
And sadly, by D&D rules, I can't jump over that. Even though I should be able to. Dinner's here, says Neon.
I saw that.
Yeah, I could absolutely Misty Step that.
I mean, it's also simple enough to just use a rope and go across. 2 ropes, one to step on and another to stabilize. That way you don't fall.
We also have the immovable rods.
Yeah, we do have the immovable rods. We could put one on either end and fasten the rope.
Mm-hmm.
We could have someone use the ring of water walking.
Son can turn into bat.
Honestly, if we have enough ways to transport the ring back and forth, we can get everyone across with the ring of water walking and use no spells.
I have winged
What,
boots.
honestly?
I could literally.
You could just
Banana
ferry
could
the ring
literally.
back and forth.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
So
there's no attunement.
So we have ways.
We have many ways of getting across.
Now here's the question: the ring of water walking, will it consider the current of the water?
Let me look at the specifics.
It's just you walk on it as if it's solid.
Yeah, you move across any liquid surface as if it were
Yep.
solid down. Does not say the state of the liquid surface.
Yep. So
the water
so
flying
yeah,
up
you'd be
will
able
just be
to.
something solid for your foot to push on.
So it would still be able to thrash into you from the side, though.
Yep.
Yeah, you could still be knocked over by like a wave.
Yep.
Or whatever. Yep.
And that's where the trouble for it comes in, is it just allows you to walk over it.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't let you do things like handstands on it.
Or fall on it.
Right.
Yep, if you fall, you're going under. You're no longer walking, you're laying.
That's why the rope is there as a safety precaution, but yeah.
Yep. So yes, Meteor, we have ways to get across.
We have many ways to get across.
You do.
So we get across.
I guess we're
So we're going
taking the
across?
non-existent bridge.
Okay. Guess we're going across.
Okay. Describe to me how
I
you
was
tie
waiting
this.
to see, so yeah. I was not gonna force a decision.
But you're our leader. You're supposed to force decisions.
I don't
pretty
like
much
doing all
wait for
the
your
thinking all the
decision.
time. I don't like to always do all the thinking.
I mean, personally, out of character, I'm a fan of the Thorn Wall.
Yeah, I kind of want to do that.
That's a really strong bridge.
Yeah. Up to 60 feet long, 10 feet high, and 5 feet thick.
Oh,
Okay, so let's do the thorn wall then.
I wonder if you can
What
do
are we
that
gonna
and then
cover
do
it with?
the speak with plants to make the thorns bend out of the way.
See, I wasn't sure on that one. I was gonna ask. My other option is to use Awaken, which will give a plant the ability to move its limbs, roots, vines, creepers, and so forth. So in theory, if we found a large enough tree, it could uproot itself.
Yeah, that's one thing I don't see a lot of here. We've got lots of stone stuff because
Nope.
I also was looking
Yeah.
for maybe a statue to push over.
Mm-hmm.
And this is pretty much a stone plane.
Yep. So
Yeah,
I think
'cause-
thorn wall, but what can we do to make it not hurt us walking over it?
Well, the way that the thorn wall works for how you actually take damage from it is you have to do a dexterity check if you're in its area where it appears. And then as you travel across it, you can travel across it. You can move through the wall, it says, but slowly and painfully. It doesn't say anything about walking over it. So that would be up to Meteor whether that counts as passing through the wall. And if it is, you basically, for every foot you move through it, you spend 4 feet of movement. And then anytime you enter the wall or end your turn in the wall, you make a dexterity saving throw.
And you take a ton of damage.
It's
So-
7d8 slashing damage on a failed save or half on a successful. Yeah, it
Yeah.
hurts a lot.
Yep.
But I
It's-
don't know that walking over the top of it would count as passing through it.
Yeah,
Since we're literally not having to break our way through it.
if you're walking over top
Which
of
is
it,
what
Oh,
the
it
intent
is a
of
wall.
walking
Yeah,
through
the
it would
intent is the wall is in front of your face and you have to pass through the wall.
be, to
Right.
get to the other side.
it is
Yeah.
a wall.
So Meteor's decision.
So we're trying to use it like a hedge
I was
kind
muted.
of to walk over the top.
You
Yep,
were muted.
you were.
Sorry, I was trying to make a ruling, but I was
Okay.
muted.
Make your ruling.
So it is a wall, so it would be solid enough to walk on. And it does not have to be 60 feet tall. It can be up to 60 feet. Oh,
Right.
60 feet long, 10 feet high.
Yeah.
So it has to be
Yeah.
10 foot high.
Yeah.
So theoretically you could climb it. It would still be thorny up there. I wouldn't say that you get the 78 that you normally get by going through it. But
Would
like
she
just
speak with plants to make them move their thorns away?
Do the thorns then count as a plant that I can communicate with?
I would say yes, you could communicate with the
That would
because it is plants.
Yeah,
exhaust.
it specifically said tangled brush bristling with needles and sharp thorns.
Mm-hmm.
That would exhaust all of my staff charges minus 1, I think. So I don't know if I have enough staff charges to pull that off. Because I've already used 2 for Speak with Animals. I don't think I actually can do both.
Is there
'Cause
something else we
That
could
takes
do?
9 charges. The staff only has 10, and I've used 2, so there's only 8 left.
Is there something else that we could do that would save our feetsies from thorns?
I mean, speak with plants lets you have the now nice plant to move out of the way. It can normally make things that would be difficult terrain non-difficult. So I would assume that it could curl the tips of its thorns inwards so they're not as pokey.
Yes, but what Lily is saying is she doesn't have enough to do both charges.
Yeah, I
Oh,
can't.
okay.
I don't have enough charges on the staff to do both.
I see.
If I hadn't
So-
spoken with the bird and used the bird, then yes, I would have enough. But I did. So
I got you.
So is there something else that we could do that would make it so we don't hurt our feetsies?
well, you hurt your feet when you enter and end your turn on it.
Yeah, as long as we move across it,
So
we
if you
just
can
have a
move
chance for
across it and
taking the
not end
damage
on it.
once.
Yeah, you'd only take it once.
That's a whole lot of damage
So
to
we'd
take
have
all
to
at once
dash?
if we mess up.
Well, he's saying that we wouldn't take the full amount.
And
We'd
I
have to dash then? What's that?
I
You're
would
messing-
also rule that if you're going over it, it wouldn't be the quarter movement, it would be half movement.
Okay. So there's that. It's not as much of a problem.
So you can dash and get your quote-unquote full movement.
And
Yeah.
is this accurate for crossing?
Yes.
15 feet?
Yep.
So
Yeah,
that
so
means...
pretty
So
much
some could
everyone could
literally
get across.
misty step across.
Yeah, that means dashing it would be 1 turn. Yeah. For pretty much everybody. Because I don't think anyone has less than 30 feet of movement speed normally.
What's Moro and Luna's movement speed? I mean strength, not movement speed, but strength.
Strength?
14?
Okay.
For me, I don't have sawn up.
It's 14 for Luna.
Yep.
Your strength would determine your jump.
Yeah, that's why I was asking for the animals.
Let's see, long jump. Number of feet up to your strength score.
Yep, there are no extra bonuses, which sucks for a very athletic monk who has low strength because I'm all dex kitty.
Mhm.
So I mean,
Yep.
you would imagine I could jump really, really far, but no.
At your DM's option, you can succeed on a DC 10 strength athletics check to clear a low obstacle no taller than a quarter of the jump's distance, such as a hedge or low wall.
Yeah, that's
So,
the slide over, like the Dukes of Hazzard slide over the front of the car.
I have a dumb thought.
Mm.
What if we used one of the immovable rods? I fly it up into the air. We tie some rope to it and we swing
And
across.
swing across. Oh, style.
You really
Sorry,
want
no,
to?
that would be Indiana Jones style.
Could that work?
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How well do you think you'll be able to hang on to a rope with rain pelting down, though? Are you gonna lose your grip?
No, tie it to the immovable rod.
No, the people swinging
You.
across have
Oh.
to hold on to the rope.
You holding it
And not
to
you, but
actually
us.
swing. Yeah.
Yeah.
The person swinging. Right now,
that would be
I
my
think
thought, but
I think the thorn wall is still our best option, and just trying to dash across.
because
Quite
Son could
honestly.
misty step Moro. You could misty step a person, and then you could dimension door one.
My thought is do the thorn wall first. Have the people who have teleportation on standby while the people who don't cross, so that if they fall, we can teleport and grab them.
Oh. Why don't we do both? Have her put the rope up and then the thorn wall down. That
Okay.
way people can try and do the rope, and if they fall, they just end up on the thorns instead of in the water to be washed away. And can still get across.
Okay.
It makes
I'm-
falling less dangerous.
I love how we're all
hurting.
invested in this thorn wall idea.
I mean, it's a
Welcome
great
back, Neon.
idea. How are you feeling, Neon?
Feeling good. I think this will work. I hope it'll work.
Alright, so I will go ahead and cast the Wall of Thorns then, if we're committed.
Okay.
It lasts for 10 minutes.
I was just
I
trying to
need an
think of
immovable
some way
rod and
to
some
avoid it.
string or rope.
All right. So how long are you making it?
I am making it...
Go ahead and draw it
Okay.
on the map.
I would make it long
Can we
enough
make
just
it
so
arch?
the... Go
Can
ahead.
we make it arch like a bridge?
I can make it a circle, or I can make it a line. So no.
No, I meant from the ground. Can we make it arch like a bridge?
No, it has
Nope.
to be
No.
straight.
It's a straight line.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a wall.
Yep.
That's right. Okay.
My suggestion, out of character, since we do have the eroding and the breaking of the water stuff here, if you're going to do a line, go ahead and do the full amount of line, like diagonally, like the top left of the bridge and the bottom right. That way you can just go across it straight and avoid the majority of it, so that if the land or if the land does get destroyed where we're going, it doesn't fall. Or do the big circle, which you can put way down further, like near the water, in the water, and have it to grow up to.
What I'm getting is you don't like the one I just drew.
Right. If it's that short and the water decides to suddenly destroy.
I was planning to do the full coverage of the bridge, essentially, but I don't want to break what remains of the bridge either.
Yeah.
That was my thought.
I didn't see what you had drawn, so I was just trying to voice my opinion that the ground may give way, so making sure that it's fully supported just in case of that would be good.
I don't like that there's no paint bucket tool in this.
Right?
What do you mean?
I can't fill my drawing.
You can. When you select draw shape, rectangle, you can put a fill color.
Oh, if I do a rectangle, yes, I did a freehand.
Oh, okay.
There you
go. Good enough. All right.
Dang it! Now I can't stop doing this. Stop it.
All right, we have a wall of thorns, and as soon as the immovable rod is set.
Well, I need to be given one and rope.
I assume you're giving one and rope.
I would suggest tying the rope to the rod before you fly it up and set it.
That would be my thought, but like I said, you have them.
I would hand you the rope from the bag. Yeah.
The rope.
Callan hands you the rod.
Well, Callan has all of them?
He has one of them.
Okay. So I will take the rope and tie it tightly to the rod, test it just to make sure it's really safe, and then take off flying, and I'll go hover above the thorn wall high enough so the rope has some slack so we can get it from either side and click it into place.
Yeah, and I would basically let people know as soon as the thorn wall is going up, be quick.
And then should I fly down to the other side? No, I'll fly over, drop the rope to you guys, and kind of just
it might be
good to kind of there.
It might be good to hover in case somebody misses the rope and falls. Yeah.
Yep.
Try to keep people from being swept away.
I'll kind of just try to hover there in the rain.
Okay.
I told you you'd get wet.
Whoops.
All right, so you're hovering with you've placed the rod.
Oops, I deleted myself. Help. I was trying to delete my drawing.
There you go.
Thank you. Okay. I think I'd be more like hovering here, though. Off to the side of the bridge.
I have a question because I remembered something, but I might be getting my games confused.
What's that?
Here-ish.
Don't we have a floaty carpet thingy?
No.
Okay, so I'm getting my games confused.
Oops.
Thank you.
Okay, so who's going first?
I go second.
I'm gonna hang back in case someone needs a rescue.
Aurora, you go first.
Here's the rope.
Okay.
You can swing across, you can walk across using the rope to hold you in place, or you can just make a run for it.
Well,
I'm gonna go the middle option. Use the rope to make a cross with the rope holding me in place.
It's just you're the heaviest, and the rope is slippery. So just in case, I think you have the strength to hold on.
How about we say I tied some hand loops
You can do that.
I tied some hand loops.
Totally.
Okay. So
Advantage on checks if Meteor decides to be evil for us.
Okay.
All right.
So, first of all, I need you to roll me a strength or dex check. And I also need you to roll me a d20. That is a save, not a check.
Oh, thanks. Hit the wrong button.
Okay, 21. That's pretty good. So you're
Yeah.
able to hold on to the rope pretty well.
Yeah, Aurora is strengthy boy.
Written, Wall of
9.
Thorns
Okay.
is not affected by damage, so you can't just break it with the water.
All right, so you hold on tightly to the rope,
Yay.
and you take a running leap and try and swing across.
Just trying to walk across, but just
Oh.
have the rope as a secure.
Oh, you're walking across. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're walking.
Okay.
Or
I thought.
dashing
Sorry.
across as a
Sorry. I
cavity.
thought you were swinging across.
I'm walking here.
Are
I
you-
was just thinking to myself, how
Yeah.
would the swinging work? Because you'd swing into the. Okay. Yeah. All right. So just walking across. Okay. All right. I need you to roll me a dex save then.
Are you dashing? Or are you just going normal
Walk-
speed
normal
and going
speed.
half?
Normal
Okay.
speed. Yep.
Because you do have half movement across this thing.
Yeah, you'd have to dash to get across it in one go.
Okay.
And only have one
Otherwise,
dex
you
check.
take.
And,
Okay.
and
All
this
right.
is why Tanky Boy.
So you fail your dex save
Hold on a sec.
and take 15 piercing damage.
I said hold on a sec.
What?
Let's see. How high can I go with this? Do.
If you were attempting to enhance ability, it's too late.
Couldn't
Sure,
I have said I did that before?
He rolled already.
Yeah, he
You do
rolled
that
already.
before he
Yep.
rolls.
Yep. You have to do that before
Right.
roll.
You should have told me you were gonna do it before.
Yeah, you
Yep.
have to. Yeah, you can't retcon those.
So you can do that with the next people though.
So
Okay.
would it be strength then? Or what would I be making them?
It's a
It depends.
dexterity save to avoid the damage on
Yes.
Wall
Yep.
of Thorns as written.
On dex checks. Okay, so it would be
Mhm.
Cat's Grace.
Okay. So you do take
That's
the 15
actually-
points of piercing, Aurora.
Yep. Done.
That's actually not too bad damage for it being 3d8. I mean, the most is 24.
Mm-hmm.
And thankfully,
so
Meteor was merciful and halved the damage
Yep.
initially from the spell.
because you're walking over it instead of going through it, I halved it.
Yeah, instead of 78, it's only 3.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, we're not forcing our way through it, getting scratched from all sorts
Yep.
of angles.
Yep. A lot of factors
Woohoo!
here.
I have a thorn stuck up my...
So what is your movement speed, Aurora?
It's my walking speed.
Yep.
Yeah.
30 feet.
All
So you
right.
move
So you
15.
can get to here.
Great.
Oh, you may want to change the.
Yeah, you definitely want to
There you go.
dash.
Yep.
Yeah. I was gonna tell people to dash. Yep.
Yeah, you need
All,
to get
all
off
of
of it.
Yeah, these were all things that would have been.
Yeah, you
Dash
can
is
still
something
dash.
You can do now.
Yeah, you can still
Okay.
dash.
Yeah,
Okay, and I'll dash to try and get off that.
All right.
the rest of the way.
So 5, 10, 15. You could have jumped off to the side for your last one.
Yep.
So,
Because if you start your turn there, or end your turn, one of those two, it's also bad.
It's both. When you enter and when you end.
Yeah.
In it, you
Okay,
take a
yep.
check.
So stopping on it would be bad.
Mm-hmm. What a cross.
Okay.
okay.
Question.
So Aurora makes it across
Before-
successfully.
Okay, question before we continue. Enhance ability says after 3rd level, I can target an additional creature for every slot above 2.
Mm-hmm.
What would 4th level give me? How many people?
2 more slots.
So 3 people.
So 3 people.
Mhm.
Okay. So I want to then do the people that can't teleport, right?
Ideal. Yeah.
Theoretically. So it'd be
I think
Callan,
I'm safe if you
Curio,
don't want to
Moro,
worry about
Luna.
me.
So technically, Sappy and San can Misty Step.
Mhm.
Yes.
You can both take a creature or somebody with you, right?
Not with Misty
San
Step.
cannot, no.
No, not with
That's
Misty.
Dimension Door. Which I can
Okay.
also do.
Okay, so San could get across by herself.
Yep.
You could Misty Step or Dimension Door.
You're right.
Curio could probably get across by himself. So
So, Callan.
Callan and
Callan
the
and Luna.
animals.
San
Callan and the
San
animals.
just Misty Steps across real quick.
Okay. So I'm going to enhance ability then.
Okay.
Enhance ability at where did it go? I moved things.
4th
Okay.
level.
Enhanced ability at 4th.
Hmm.
And it's
remembered.
going to go to it's going to be Cat's Grace for Luna, Moro, and Callan.
Okay. So the 3 of them now have advantage on Dex.
Yep.
Okay. Now is that Dex checks or Dex saves?
Give me a second.
That is
To
an
your
important
modifier
distinction.
by default, but
Dexterity checks, which a save includes.
Yeah.
A dex save is a dex check.
yes.
Nice
So
one,
it's
Matt
dexterity
Mercer.
checks.
It's any roll you have that involves dexterity, typically.
There you go, Meteor.
Yeah.
I just grabbed whichever enhance ability I've
Dexterity
seen first
checks.
to get the spiel out for you. But I cast it at 4th. I know it says 3rd.
Yep,
I
works on
technically
dex
cast it at
checks.
4th.
Okay. I think Matt Mercer rules that a Dex check is not the same thing as a Dex save, but
If you have
triple
something that
check-in.
boosts a save, it will not boost a check. If you
Right.
have something that boosts a check, it will boost the save.
okay.
Yeah, I want to say that's written somewhere.
Okay, so can I try to get Luna across?
Yep.
So her speed is 50.
Mm-hmm.
What do I have to do for her?
All right. So, is she trying to hold on to the rope?
I would probably say no because she's an animal.
Well, she could do it with her mouth.
Sure, then she'll chomp down on it as hard as she can.
All right. So roll a strength check to see how well she can hold on. 7. Okay. Now roll me a d20, please.
Mm. $12.
Okay. And then roll me a Dex saving throw with advantage.
How do I do a Dex saving throw?
If
For her,
let's see, your dex saving throw is a
No,
d20
not for
plus
Luna, though.
your. Yeah, I'm trying to look at the math here for you. For how it's.
What is your current
add it
dex
up.
save?
Yeah, you use your d20 and add your dex modifier.
So D20 plus 2?
And if you're proficient, you also add that. It should be on your character.
Yeah, you would add your
For
proficiency bonus.
Mine or Luna's?
Yours. Your proficiency bonus. But their
But-
dex.
I'm
Because
confused.
they shouldn't have proficiency bonus.
Yeah, normally.
Where is proficiency bonus? I don't.
Next to charisma.
Oh,
on the
plus
right.
3. So how what do I roll?
so it should
roll,
be Dex plus 3.
Yeah, a d20
So-
and then your dex, her dex modifier plus 3.
So roll. My brain is mush.
D20 plus 5
Yes, there you go.
total.
1 D20
Plus 5.
5. That was equals 5. Ouch.
Nat 1. Ooh.
Okay.
She takes the
Hold
damage.
on. Okay.
But doesn't
Never
she
mind.
have advantage because of dex checks?
Because I cast grace.
Yes, she does.
So she gets
So
to roll
do I
again.
I
roll
did
that
tell you
again?
to. Yep, you do roll it
Yeah,
again.
roll again.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah,
did
it
tell you
does
to
have
roll
advantage.
damage.
There you
Nice.
go.
So you're
So-
going to. Let me double check this. Yeah, so
And she
you'll
can move
take
50.
you'll take half of this. So that'll be 6 piercing.
Yep.
And then
But
she
she
can
can
dash
get
across.
Plus she had 7 HP or temp HP, so she basically goes down to nothing.
Yep. Okay, so Luna gets across, no problem.
Okay. Oops. Ah! Yeah, we'll just say that's the rope. I can't delete it without deleting
Speed
everything
this
else
up
that
a
I did.
minute.
Do
Speed this
Control
up.
Z.
And I'm
Nope.
going to Mantle
Nope.
of Inspiration.
Okay.
Just to speed things up a little bit. And also to, if we can say that I did this before Luna, we can fix so nothing changes on her end, because technically those temporary HP reset on a long rest.
Oh,
no.
yeah.
No. Enhanceability for Cat's Grace gives 7,
7.
doesn't it?
Yep. It gave 7.
Okay,
It
so you got
does?
your HP was from, your
Temp
extra
HP.
HP was from that?
I'm pretty sure. Give me a sec.
Target gains 7.
No, enhanceability. Cat's
No.
Grace doesn't give anything.
Yeah, Cat's Grace doesn't give you
You're looking
anything.
at Bear's
Oh,
Endurance.
that's Bear's
Okay.
Endurance, which gives the
Okay.
extra.
No,
Yeah.
no, but we'll say that I did it before Luna, so you don't have to change the HP. Because it would
Okay.
give her the same amount of temporary HP that she had. I'm just re-upping it, basically, for the new day.
Okay.
Okay.
And I want to give it to... I can give it up to 5 creatures I can see, so everyone's still on this side of the bridge.
Okay. Sounds good.
So everybody has 8 temp HP, and they can all immediately use their reaction to move up to their full speed.
So Luna has 2 left then instead.
Yeah, so that way the HPs are fine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's the
Okay.
main reason I'm using it. I know that the use the reaction to go full speed isn't going to help as much because we're all having a dash, but
Mm-hmm. All right. So
that
now.
way we all have a HP cushion.
So now Moro.
Can I
Moro
do
could
a thing
probably
while
jump.
Moro... Can I do a thing while Moro is... I need to get off of... Do a
Yeah.
thing while Moro is jumping. I'm gonna go hover over Aurora, touch his head,
You're going to heal Aurora.
and I'm gonna heal Aurora while I'm flying.
Yay!
All right. So that's the strength roll for Moro.
Okay, so that's...
And then fly back to hovering to make sure everybody gets across
And
okay.
then here's the D20. And now the dex.
So Nihan, heal 14.
Okay. Hashtag done.
You have
Okay.
1
So
damage.
she
Yes.
saves for 5 damage tomorrow.
Tomorrow takes 5, which after the temp HP means they're still up 3.
Yes.
It's all good.
Okay. So Moro gets across. All right. Is it my turn?
Flynn's gonna tap Callan on the shoulder.
Okay.
You got this. He now has a bardic inspiration. 1d8.
Hover a little bit closer to make sure Callan feels safe.
Go, Callan. Go, Callan. Go, Callan.
I have
says
buffed
the
him
wet
as
cat.
much as I can.
He was a 13 on his strength, so that's not bad.
Okay.
He's gonna roll his D20.
You can always add your 1d8 with the Bardic Inspiration that you just got.
True. He's actually he cannot do
For a
that for this
strength
one.
check.
That was not a strength check, so
No, the
he
first one.
cannot add it to this one, unfortunately.
Yeah, not the
one ability check, attack roll, or saving throw. Yeah,
This is
one of
not.
those.
This is not him doing something.
Yeah. Okay.
So this is
Well,
not
that's
one
talking
he
about
can
for
apply
the
it to.
13.
The 13 he could, but the 5 he can't. So he's gonna start moving his way across, and we're gonna roll his Dex saving throw. 3. So
Oh,
he
he's
saves.
Oh.
He can do it again, but he still saves. So, for
8 damage.
yeah, 8 damage, which just wipes out the temp.
Yep.
Okay. He gets about halfway across, and a massive wave comes up,
Try to
And-
wash him away.
pummels him.
Thank goodness he's holding on the rope.
And Lily is
That
not
is
too
what the
far.
strength checks were for.
Yeah, he may have lost the rope.
You need a 14 or higher to be able to hold onto the rope.
Yeah, I would have said he could have done it on the strength check, but because you just forgot the Bardic Inspiration that I just gave you. But
Sure. Well,
Yeah, which was the 13 that I mentioned earlier.
you add 1d8.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
you add
let's-
1d8.
1d8. Well,
That's why I mentioned it, because
Yep.
I saw you roll a check. Okay,
So,
so he has 17
4.
now.
so 17. Okay, so the wave bashes him and knocks him off of the bridge, but he is holding onto the rope, dangling now.
Lilia!
Okay. So
And
I
he
guess
comes back and slams into the wall.
Ouch.
So he's going to have to roll another dex save. 16, he saves again. Taking another 5 points. Oh, yeah. Oh.
okay,
No.
so I will fly next to him and try to stabilize him. You're gonna have to try and climb your way up.
Well, I mean, alternatively, I can last-ditch effort here. If Kirio's sure he's gonna be fine, he's the only one still on this side with me.
Mm-hmm.
I can Misty Step to Callan and Dimension Door us over.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, I'll try to keep
he
holding
starts
him
trying
here.
to climb up, which is going to use the rest of his movement to climb back up. If he's
Just
dashing.
climb and hang on the rope.
So
I will offer Kirio a Bardic Inspiration before I run and do this.
Okay.
so he's
Uh,
managed to
as-
climb back up on top, but he would have to end his turn here.
Okay, now here's the thing.
Mhm.
I'm intending to
Before-
use my reaction to Misty Step, but
Okay.
however we need to do it.
Okay, since I'm holding on to Callan to try and also like stabilize him as he's climbing,
Mm-hmm.
I'm also going to try to cure wounds him at the same time to try and negate some of the damage that he just took.
Okay.
Since
Okay.
it
So
is,
so here
touch.
here's how we'll do this. So he gets halfway across, falls off, gets back to it, and climbs back up, ending his turn there to take the extra damage that he just took.
Okay.
So now you two both can do something if you want.
Okay,
So
so,
who wants to do
while
something
he's
first?
standing up there waiting for Sappy,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to try and heal some of the damage he took. So heal him that 13,
Okay.
and then waits for Sappy to Misty Step Dimension Door him away.
I'm gonna Misty Step to him as a bonus action, which means Kirio, you're not gonna get a Bardic Inspiration because they're both bonus actions.
That's fine.
Okay.
But I'll Misty Step to Callan
Okay, so you
As
are.
daintily as possible, I will incur the dex check.
You will incur the dex check, yes.
So I will also take damage here.
I have heals.
That's not a success.
Okay, so you're gonna take 11 points of piercing.
Okay. That hurts,
Now,
but we'll deal with it in a
dimensional.
minute. Deal with it in a minute, and then I
Lily
will
is
cast...
getting to do the healing stuff.
Yep, cast
Roll-
a fourth level dimension door.
I'd also like you to roll me a d20.
Great.
On a 6 or lower, a wave comes and smashes into you. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
18.
No wave.
I
All right.
timed it well.
Yep, you timed it well.
All right, I will spend a 4th level spell slot to dimension door myself and Callan to the other side.
Okay. So you both zoop over to the other side. Thanks, Safi.
There's multiple of me on the board.
Oh, that's where the other you was. I was trying to find you. I couldn't find you. I was like, why isn't she here? So I did another one.
Holy crap, Dimension Door has some range on it.
Oh yeah,
It's
Dimension
a
Door
4th
is
level spell. It hurts
Yeah.
to
really
burn
far.
that spell slot, but I need people safe. That's a painful spell slot to lose.
All right. So, last but not least is Curio.
I'm going to try to do the Indiana Jones thing and not touch the vine and just jump to the rope and swing across.
You can move the cart with us as well, because the cart is in the bottle, which is on my person.
I can't move it.
Oh yeah.
I think
Meteor.
that was to Meteor.
It
Okay.
was.
Okay, so I will drop the rope into Curio's hands.
Okay. And you said you're doing what, Curio?
I'm going to try and jump up
He's
the
gonna
rope and
swing.
swing across a la Indiana Jones.
Okay.
He's gonna be decently high on the rope so that he doesn't dash into the
So
thorns.
strength
Yeah, I don't
check.
want to swing down into.
So strength check and a d20, please.
I'm going to fall off the rope. Doo-doo.
Keep in mind you do have the dex.
Okay, 14.
Oh no, it was given to Callan.
Alan.
It was
and
the
I, and
animals
I
in
couldn't bardic
Callan.
inspiration him, so.
Do-
He needed a
and-
14 before. I
Darn
don't know
it.
if that's still true.
And
Yep.
then a d20.
Yep, it's the same
I'm
for
just going
everyone.
to tap this in.
Yep, just slash roll 1d20.
I got
Nope.
a 12.
You don't need the plus 10,000 on there.
So
But
12.
okay.
Yeah, I got
Okay.
a 12. I said that.
So no wave. Roll me a dex check with advantage.
Why
Because you are a
advantage, though?
nimble cat.
Okay.
He's swinging.
Da-da-da.
How far does he swing?
So I can't use my acrobatics?
Sure. Sure. Acrobatics is fine. This would definitely be an acrobatics thing.
Oh,
22.
he goes well.
Yeah, he's
Yeah?
just releasing the rope and doing like front flips.
Yep,
The noise.
you swing across and get to the end, just let go and just do a little flip in the air and land.
10-point landing.
Points!
Yep.
And I'll
I'll
fly
bow.
on over
With a
and
splash.
land.
Alright, Lilia. I want you to roll me a d20 with advantage.
Okay.
See if a wave gets you.
I'd be high enough up, though.
That's why you're getting advantage.
On the upside, of anybody to get grabbed, you're probably the best one.
18. Okay.
Also, please tell me you've recovered the rope and the immovable rod before you're crossing. I kind of want
Yeah.
those back.
Okay.
I'll
Yep,
unclick
so
the rod.
you all
and just
managed
drag
to...
everything with me.
So you all managed
and
to make it
land.
across.
And
Well
we,
done.
we wave at
Whee!
Lim on the other side and be like, bye!
Yep. We'll wave at Lim.
Alright.
And I will dismiss the Wall of Thorns.
Yeah, Lim's just over there like...
Just slow
Like,
clapping.
what the heck?
You guys are amazing!
I know.
As you drop the bridge and it just starts crumbling into the water.
Yep.
Have a safe trip!
Bye.
Thank you.
He
I'll
just
just wait
is
over.
waiting.
Hope to see you guys again soon.
And Saflin is just kind of like leaning on Lily at this point and be like, "Hi."
I'm gonna
I'm
be telling
back.
everyone about this!
As Sappy's leaning up against me.
Poor Safi.
Like, that hurt.
She took one for the team.
Does that help, Sappy?
Let's see here. Yes, I got almost all of it back. Only 3 points down now.
I love
I'm
that
happy.
Callan was the only one to get swept up in a wave.
Well,
Of
he's a
course.
stick.
It would be stick.
Mhm. It would be.
He's weak
It
to
was literally
water.
just a 6 or lower, and he rolled a 5.
Yeah. Well, we're across.
He
We did
doesn't
it.
have
Yup.
good luck checks.
Should we rename him Driftwood instead of Stick? Poor Callan.
Oh,
So we
wow.
managed to
I
get
just
across.
looked at the clock.
Yeah, it's 9:30.
I'll reach
Jeez.
over and pull some of the pointy things out of Callan's shirt there.
Oh, ow, ow! That was in deep! Ugh!
Saflin is still trying to find where the clouds end. One day they will end.
Maybe.
So you still can. They still go on as far as you can see.
So while Curio is picking thorns out of Steak, I'm gonna coil up the rope and give back the immovable rod to Callan and the rope to Sappy.
Oh, thank you. He
Okay.
tucks it
I'll
into
put
his
the
stuff.
rope back in the bag of holding.
There we go.
Yeah, with your 25 nature, it's still as far as you can see. You cannot
Oh
see the
my
end of the
God.
clouds.
So how long would you say that took for us for flying?
For getting across the bridge,
Yep.
took you guys a couple hours to get here. You spent a while in town. It's probably getting into.
No, I meant how long for
She's
me
got
for
a limit
flight.
on flight time.
Oh,
which
right.
is why she's asking.
The bridge had a
blah, blah.
10-minute duration, so it would have all happened within 10 minutes.
Yeah, within 10 minutes. I'd say. To get you all across, probably 10 minutes, yeah.
Okay, so the boots regain 2 hours of flying capacity every 12 hours.
Yep.
Okay.
So I can
You
use
only
the
spent
boots up to
10 minutes.
4 hours. Yeah,
Mhm.
okay, I'm good.
Yeah, the Wall of Thorns was our limiter there as far as time, because it was the
Okay.
shortest time frame.
Okay. So I just won't use my boots for a while and I should be good to go. Okay.
Alright.
Alright.
Now we'll go ahead and release the card again.
You release the cart.
Release the carton.
The horses kind of shake with the water, but they're absolutely drenched.
Sorry. And we'll climb back in the cart, I guess.
Okay.
Keep
On
an
the
eye
road
out for
again.
gorgons that might be out and about.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, roll me perception if
Okay.
you're trying to check for gorgons.
And she said that. I was literally going to my thing to
Yeah.
roll it.
Yeah, I'm like poking people like, y'all see any gorgons?
Natural
Try to
20
get-
for Curio.
Try to get multiple perception checks going here.
I would assume if all the people to be worried, you would probably be one of
Oh, yeah.
the most
Son
worried.
would probably be worried
I
enough to be
think
looking
Saflin
too.
would get
Yeah.
advantage on this check.
Okay. I feel like Son would be looking too.
Yeah,
Oh,
she
and
would.
I would be looking because I'm
21.
a little traumatized.
The nat 20 on Curio, though.
Okay.
You see no gorgons around.
Okay.
You are Curio is absolutely positive there are no gorgons.
They don't want to be out here in this water either. Alright. And so we depart.
Okay.
Yep.
We depart.
At least to the campsite. It's way over the hill that way.
It
Way
was
away
Lee
from
that
where the
came-
Gorgons roam.
It was Lee that came with us, right?
Lim.
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 Yeah.
Lynn.
I'll yell to Lim, be careful of the Gorgons!
Will
I think,
do!
they're, I think they're in their cave at this point. I don't think they want to deal with this water.
Won't be long till their cave is full.
Yep.
Alright.
I'm sure
Oh,
that one's still
no, what a
traumatized from where
tragedy.
it got pushed into the water.
What?
Oh no, what a tragedy. The Gorgons in their cave. Oh no.
Yeah.
They're rocks, though. Would they sink in the water with that much water?
They're actually more
Possibly.
metal.
Yeah, they're metallic. If we have a thunderstorm, they will get a nasty shock.
Lightning rods!
Okay. So,
I
you
don't know
guys...
if we will be, Buff.
Yeah, I think we're wrapping.
Yeah, we'll be wrapping here shortly. You guys continue on down the road, trying to get back to your campsite that you had previously slept at.
Personally, not like to sleep aboard the one where we found the statue
A
staring at
little
us in the
further away
morning.
than the
No,
statue.
the
overlooking
further
us.
one
Yeah,
that you
the
guys
the
were at.
further one,
Please.
yes.
Yeah.
Please,
Yes.
because that was a little creepy.
All right.
I'm still a little traumatized by this area.
So you guys start going that way. Start heading around a bend, and then thorns grow up from underneath of you.
It wasn't me this time.
And that's where we end it, right?
Yep. So you look around. Let me show you what we'll be starting with next time.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
We fade out on Southland saying, "I didn't do it."
It weren't me.
I mean,
it seems you've walked into an ambush.
Fun.
of
These
course.
aren't wall of thorns, though, are
No,
they?
we-
It is
walked-
not wall of
No.
thorns, no.
I think
Meteor.
This feels like
Right.
entanglement.
We've walked into a thorn bush.
Me, fired yellow fired.
We've found ourselves in a prickly situation.
Yep.
Everyone's fired. Everyone just we're done.
Yep. Buff, you missed mine earlier. I had said that the entire situation with the rain machine was shocking.
Yeah.
Or how did I put it?
No,
It was
you said
shocking,
it
really.
because it was right after Meteor mentioned that someone had gotten hurt from the.
Yeah, but hit by the
Oh.
lightning.
You said it
So-
was a
But
shocking
It was
situation.
a shocking situation, really.
If this were an anime, the next episode would be a perilous prickly plant or something
So-
along those lines.
Mhm.
Yes.
Don't worry, it'll all be fine.
Mm.
So
It'll all be
Lilia,
fine.
you would probably recognize this spell based on your history. It is spike growth.
Fun.
Okay.
But
I will have to look at what that is again.
On
we'll
the
have to
upside,
pick this up next time.
Okay.
only the horses will suffer.
Yep.
I can fix
Yep.
that.
Yep.
The perilous prickle patch of trouble.
Yeah. A perilous prickle patch.
Yep.
Okay. So
Okay.
thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for listening, and we'll see y'all next week. Bye
Bye,
bye.
everybody.
Bye, everyone.